All right, hello, and welcome to Imperfect with Rebekah and Zandra. Today I have a special guest host because Rebekah had a crazy schedule. That guest host is Ryan, my husband. There he is, if you're watching us, he just waved. Um, we Rebekah wanted to do something kind of fun. For me, this is a little serious because I wanted to talk about how I needed to understand what gaming was to my husband when we were dating. Because to me, it was a problem, um, and he knew that because I had dated someone where our relationship actually ended up taking a nosedive because of gaming. But that's a whole different story. Um, so yeah, Ryan, say hello.
Hello.
Yeah, tell me. I know you don't really remember the conversation that well, but tell me what gaming is to you, and yeah, let's start there.
What gaming is to me? Okay. Well, I mean, it's been pretty much my lifelong hobby that I've done ever since I was 5. Um, I guess you would call it a passion. It's also a stress reliever. I don't get very angry at things in real life very much. I don't yell at people. I don't get really upset at people. But for some reason, video games brings that passion out of me, and I get very upset.
Which is part of why I needed to understand.
And so it's just like something I enjoy doing in my pastime. Like whenever I'm not busy doing something, most people will binge videos or TV shows and that sort of thing. But mine's just like, I want to play video games and get online with my friends, play some games. Mostly competitive games against other people because to me it's like a kind of like a test of knowledge or intelligence against other people. That's why I like playing multiplayer games. And so that's really what draws me in is like kind of how I like to spend most of my time.
Yeah, and when he says most of his time, he really means most of his time. That's again why I needed to understand. And the stress reliever was a big point that I took to heart because everyone needs that. And we had this conversation because I should probably say I was struggling with it, and he offered to play less, and I was like, no, because that's not you, and I want you to be able to be you. That's why I love you. So help me understand. So that's the background of that. Hopefully you guys find that fun. The other reason I wanted to know because I wanted to know more about his games, which I started to ask about because to me it's a joke now, or he doesn't think it's very funny. I call everything Fable because that was the game I was pretty familiar with.
Yeah, so World of Warcraft is Fable, New Age is Fable,
New Age is totally Fable though. Come on.
New World is Fable.
Oh, New World. That's the one I was thinking
Yeah.
of.
Let's see, what else have I played that's Fable? Just pretty much anything I play is Fable.
Pretty much anything. If it's not Rocket League or War Thunder or Company of Heroes 2, yeah, it's.
Path of Exile.
I think I called that one Fable too.
Uh,
um, so yeah, that's the husband. We worked our way through that for the most part. Sometimes I still need the attention,
yeah,
so
which
I
is
come and
understandable.
so I come annoy him instead.
But like whenever we do family stuff, I always, make sure to be prepared for that, and we go do our family things. And obviously with COVID, it's been a gamer's dream because we don't go anywhere.
That's true.
But we still go hang out with the family when we can, and I'm sure we'd like to do more things out in the world, but stuff's expensive, traveling's expensive. Going out to dinner these days is
It's
expensive,
expensive.
and so that's another downside. Like, unfortunately, or fortunately for me, gaming is very efficient in terms of how much money it costs you. As long as you have your setup and you're paying for your internet, you can pretty much, there's a lot of play-to-free games out there, or games that you pay one time you can play. So it's pretty much endless entertainment for me. It is a bummer for Sandra though, because she doesn't have like that sort of hobby that has a limited amount of resources, I guess you could say, to play or.
I'm
mess
probably
with.
too ADD for this.
That's probably true as well. And she's terrible at Rocket League.
I love Rocket League though. Yes, I am terrible. Too bad we didn't record me trying to play with him just practicing
Yeah.
because man, you would love to laugh at me at that. I considered us playing to show everyone like, hey, let's show your screen and watch how bad I
Where's
am.
our second controller?
Oh, I don't think we have one anymore.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would work. Actually, I could play mouse and keyboard, but that would be terrible too. So.
That would be you then. I don't know how to do that. That's the other thing. I don't have the gamer finger keyboard action going, so no computer gaming for me. I like to say I'm old school
Console game.
console games. That's right. I was like, what are they called? I can't even remember. Like, NES, Atari. Okay, I'm not actually that old, but we had an Atari. What else do I usually say? That's usually
Super
it.
Nintendo?
Oh yeah, no.
Sega.
Sega. Yep, Sega Genesis.
Which, for me growing up, I always had like the older systems. I never had like the new and
Brand
upcoming
new
systems.
Yeah.
And so I played Nintendo, like the first Nintendo for a really long time, and then played Super Nintendo for a really long time. And all my other friends had like 64s, PlayStation stuff that was coming out, Xbox. And so whenever I could like go over to one of their houses and stuff, it was always just like binging playing video games because I never wasn't exposed
that makes
to that.
sense. Yeah.
And then when I moved out to where I live now, and moved in with my aunt and uncle, my uncle is a huge computer gamer, computer nerd, and so he was the first one to introduce me. And the first game that I played on computer was Duke Nukem 3D. And
Duke Nukem 3D.
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
Not very appropriate for a 12-year-old.
Oh, okay.
But I was like pretty much hooked for computer gaming from there. Like I really haven't owned a console from then since I had a computer. I think the last system that I've ever purchased was a PlayStation 2, which I don't even think I purchased. I'm pretty sure my parents bought it for me at some point, like secondhand. But so I've always just been a hardcore computer gamer ever since then. And pretty much is what I spent doing my pastime. In high school I still went out and hung out with friends and got in trouble with my parents all the time for playing too much computer, of course. But I was like, I get good grades and I'm going to college and everything. I don't know why you guys keep bothering me. It's not like I'm going out doing anything bad. So that was always a fight I had with my parents too. So.
Which is funny now because he brought up, since you all know we have a little one. She's 17 months yesterday. We kind of joke around about how we want her to be like, if we want her to be dancer or like whatever. But he brought up computer gaming once, and I was like, actually, yeah, let's get her into computer gaming because then we know where she is, and she's never going out.
Well, there was like a news article or something where some kid got abducted and then something else bad happened.
Oh, right. It was something terrible.
She was like, oh yeah, maybe she should just stay inside to play computer games all day. And I was like, hey, there's actually a future in it these days, like computer gamers and professional gamers. And
Yeah.
streams and whatnot. So I was like, wouldn't be the most terrible thing, but
It really wouldn't.
Pretty much we're both on the same page of whatever she wants to do, though, is really what we're going to support.
It really
just give
is.
her options as best we can, because both of us growing up didn't have a ton of different options of what we wanted to do, because our parents couldn't afford to do everything. So.
Well, and like I've mentioned, I don't know if I mentioned it to you, but I have mentioned it on the cast before. I am also from a small town, so there just wasn't really that many options. And then it cost more to go to the big city, quote unquote, to do those things, which there is where we couldn't afford it. Yeah, so I do like to try gaming, maybe. I would like a console, but I don't know that we're ever going to buy one.
I mean, I wouldn't mind playing like Super Nintendo or even like N64 or something.
But they're expensive now.
I know, especially N64 stuff. Holy crap.
Yeah, like trying to get a old school system is super expensive.
Actually, I have a really funny story about that. So,
Yeah.
when Joe and I knew that we were moving into college together, he went out and bought an N64. Like, he went online, got all the stuff, all the old games we used to play on it.
Yeah.
And in the dorms and stuff, we were super excited. So many people were excited to see an N64. Like, oh my God, I really excited. And so we were always playing Mario Kart, and we were always smashing everybody in the dorm at Mario Kart, because growing up, him and I played that game relentlessly, and then when we got to the dorms, we were playing against each other relentlessly. And so people would come in and tell us how they were going to destroy us, and of course we would make them look really silly. And then they'd ask us like, "How are you guys so good?" I was like, "Dude, we own the system. We're in here playing pretty much all day. We're not doing shit." Like,
going to class.
Yeah, going to class, going to play basketball, and then playing N64 like pretty much all day in that year. So that was a ton of fun, and it's fun playing games with people too, and that's what they always tell her, because people say like, go and get friends. Actually, her dad was telling me, they're like, oh, you should go out and socialize more. I was like, Alfonso, I socialize every day. I was like, I don't play games by myself. I play games with my friends.
Yes.
And so that's another big part, I think, of gaming, is like I really stay connected to a lot of my buddies, even though I don't really see them in person anymore, because one of them just moved to Washington. Another one, he lives in Hillsboro, but he has a wife. I have a wife. It's not like we have a ton of time to see each other. And then my other buddy's moving out to Bend as well, so it's like we're not really going to be in the same place, but we can all hop on Discord or hop in a game and talk to each other and still have the same relationship, pretty much just virtually, unfortunately. But
Which,
is what it is.
yeah, which I actually do think is really cool. I think that was the other thing when you were explaining to me, so I could understand, was you were connected to people even for a really long time. Like, you had that friend in Texas since you were like 13.
Oh yeah.
Like,
still
that's insane.
Yeah.
But it's cool.
I have a ton of online friends that I would consider like real life friends. Like, if I met them in real life, I don't think it would be awkward or anything. It would be just like,
I don't think it would be either.
talking to normally. I've known Jules now since like, I don't even know how long it's been now, like 2012 or something.
Really?
Yeah.
You've known Jules that long?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
And I think I've known Chase a little bit longer than that.
I did not
Chase
know that.
introduced me to Jules, and then
Right.
so it's just like there's a ton of online
And
friends
Dave.
I have that yep, same with Dave.
Yeah. So it is really fun getting to hear it and see it on his side, because for me at first I was just like, it's just a problem. And that was me coming into it, unfortunately. Like, I had a bad experience from a gamer before, so it just carried over. And that's one thing with any person you're with. You gotta let what happened before go, because that's not the same person. You're not the same person. Like, that people react differently in different ways, and yeah. Maybe if you guys are interested, maybe we'll get on. Ooh, we can get on some virtual. I don't know what Nathan plays. Get on and play with Rebekah and Nathan and you and I.
I don't know if we can. Yeah, we can find a game that everybody has.
That'd be awesome. And see how terrible Rebekah and I are. We might have to play.
Nathan versus you guys.
We might have to play Minecraft or something.
That'd actually be kind of funny. But yeah, I mean, there's definitely challenges, because obviously when you're in a relationship with people, you want to spend time together. But I feel like for gamers in particular, it's like, not that you don't want to spend time with the other person, but it's like you want to play your video games, and it's kind of like what you enjoy to do. So it's hard to, kind of balance that and not make the other person kind of feel, like they're not wanted or you don't want to spend time with them. So I think there's definitely a balance to that, and I could probably do better in that regard. Because I honestly lose track of time most of the time. Where I'm like, holy crap, it's been how long since I've been playing? And that's another big part of gaming that I think is always crazy, is that like all the people out there that are working and want to retire, but they always say, oh, I'm gonna be so bored when I retire, and I'm always so confused. I'm like, dude, I'd rather be doing almost anything in the world than doing a job that I don't want to be here for. Like reading a book, playing video games, like going out and exploring things, whatever. It doesn't matter what it is. It still would be better than doing a job. I don't understand. And actually, I wasn't employed for, was it like 4 months?
Something like that.
Yeah. 4 months unemployed. I know that's not like, a retirement time, but
yeah, like 4 months.
Most people I know who have retired, like my dad and her dad and stuff, they were bored like within the first week.
Yeah.
And, like for me, I was like, dude, this is great. I'm just sitting here playing video games, I was trying to stream at the time and build a community, which was fun. But unfortunately, that doesn't pay the bills, so I eventually had to get a job. And so I don't, excuse me, I don't see myself really getting bored from video games when I get older. Maybe when I get really, really bad, if I get slow and old.
I don't know. Your dad's still doing it, Jim.
Yeah, but he's terrible.
But he still enjoys it.
Yeah, no, I know. No, you just have to, choose my battles with the games, because the high reflex games and stuff probably aren't going to work so much anymore.
Probably not. You got some time, babe.
Yeah, that's for true. But then it'd also be interesting to see like what Sabine's interested in, if she's interested in gaming, which I'm sure she will be, because what kid isn't? But maybe she'd end up like Lily, where she was like seeming really interested in, and doesn't seem like she really cares. But.
Well, we don't know. Maybe she does still, though.
Well,
like,
I'm sure she plays.
I mean,
Mateo.
The pandemic showed up, and then she couldn't really. She was more into D&D, I feel like.
Well, she played some D&D.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah.
I still need to finish that campaign with her, Mateo.
That you barely started. Did you even get past creating characters?
Yeah, we started.
Oh, I should join that game, but I probably won't. Yeah, it is. It was a challenge at first, but I think like I said, it's fun. I supported him in that 4-month stint of, and I mean, like, I was rooting for my husband to, I was also paying the bills, but he had money saved up too. But I was supporting him in streaming, because I mean, he's already sitting down and playing games that long anyways. Why not? Why not stream? If it can do, if even if it didn't pay the bills, I saw that he was really getting some enjoyment out of it, and that was really cool to see. And I did too, actually. I started following him on Twitch. He's Satwin. If you guys feel like becoming a friend, or
Yeah.
I don't. He doesn't really stream anymore, so but just like I would follow him and chat was fun. Like it's a really cool community.
Like there was one day where somebody like followed or not followed me, so they dumped off like 130 viewers on me and stuff. So it was like,
Oh
really
yeah, that
active,
was
and
cool.
So that was tons of fun. Normally I was averaging probably like
20.
no.
Oh, that was like a really good day, huh?
Yeah, like on a normal day I was probably averaging like 9 to 12 viewers, which to me, like for how new I was, that was actually really good. It was cool. I was talking to people, and what really kind of killed it for me though was like switching games and then just pretty much nobody watching me because like
That was a little rough.
the game that they started following me on, like they're not interested in the other stuff I play, so then it became boring because I didn't have anybody to talk to, and so then it's like,
Yeah, he might have accidentally pigeonholed himself. I've noticed he does this. He'll play a game and maybe all gamers do this. I don't know. You guys can let us know. Well, he can let me
a
know.
lot of gamers do that,
He would play a certain game for like, I don't know, 4 months. and then he's like, all right, I'm good for a while. And then went to another game, like maybe WoW. I think you did go back to WoW,
I was
didn't
playing
you?
WoW. I was playing War Thunder mainly at the time.
Right.
And then was playing WoW because Burning Crusade came out. Or actually, no, sorry. I was playing WoW first, but I wasn't streaming. Then I played War
Right.
Thunder for a bunch, but I was still doing like my WoW raids and stuff. And then what really killed it is when New Age or New World came out. Like nobody wanted to watch me play New World.
Oh, I didn't know you streamed that one.
Mhm.
Did you? But you didn't really like it after all, did you? Or did you?
No, I get to like level 40 and I just quit playing.
Okay.
But it's just like my numbers were dropping, and then plus with getting a new job and stuff, I couldn't really stream as much as I was. And then
Yeah.
when I was home from work, I kind of just wanted to relax, which means I wanted to watch YouTube videos or watch other streams. So then I couldn't really stream and do that. So it kind of came not really a chore, but it's like if I open up my stream and I'm on there for 4 hours and I only have 2 viewers or something, it's kind of a bummer because then it's like the entertainment I got from like interacting with my chat stuff wasn't there. So then
Right.
it's like, well, now let me pop up a YouTube video or something to watch it, but.
Yeah.
No, that's not really fair to the stream because not really paying attention. So.
Right. But yeah, that's just us in a gist. I don't know. I don't know what I was trying to say.
In a short story.
Yeah. Yes. Short story of gaming and how I didn't like it, but I'm pretty for it these days.
I mean, if it's helpful to any other, significant others out there who have a gamer significant other, it's not anything about you. It's not that they don't want to spend time with you. It's not that they don't love you. It's just that's their hobby. It's like what they like to do as a pastime. And yeah, it'd be nice if you guys had a hobby that you could do together, like you play video games.
Right.
Not that I'm saying that you guys should play video games together because that might cause some static.
Some static.
But it's just like what they like to do for fun, and so if that's what they can do at the time, then great. I know you always see the memes out there of women getting frustrated with their significant other for playing or whatever, but it's just the same thing as like guys when they go watch sports or go fishing or go hunting or whatever on their way. So like
That's true.
but this is cheaper, so just good thing to keep that in mind.
Well, unless you got friends who are always or significant others always doing in-game purchases.
That's true. That's true. There's a lot.
But-
I don't do any of that, but there's a lot of people who do.
But I'm glad you don't. No, yeah, I think that was the other really good thing. I think you had said that to me too. It's not that I don't love you or that I don't want to spend time with you. It's just this is what I do. And I really had to remember that because I used to really love I used to play a ton of soccer. So actually while he was gaming, I was like, all right, I'm going to go play soccer. See ya. And I was like, peace. So it's
And
sometimes
sometimes I'd go watch her games, and sometimes I didn't. It was just depending on the day.
It
Or
totally
how much
makes
advance
sense.
She gave me. One thing I've told her about me and my personality is like, if you want to do something, just tell me in advance. Like, the next day, hey, you want to go do this? Then I'm mentally prepared to go and do that instead of, at the spur of the moment, I'm like in the middle of a game, something she asked me, and I'm like, no, I don't really want to. I'm hanging out with my friends or whatever. So that's one thing I've always tried to, get on her mind is like just to kind of give me a heads up about things. So just for my own crazy mind that I have, it makes me feel better when I'm just like I'm preparing myself mentally for going to do something that, I'm not saying I don't want to go do, but I know it's not like playing games.
Playing
or
computer
whatever
games.
I do.
No, but it is helpful. Like I feel like I would want notice too when you really think about it. Like even if it's you, it's more like a day. He really does need like a day. I need probably like 4 hours, unless I'm running a marathon, and we had planned to do something and I didn't eat because I'm training. You don't want to see a hangry person, especially a female, probably.
Yeah, that was scary.
Okay, let me tell this story real quick and I think we'll be done. So I was training for a marathon in 2018 and it was one of my long runs. I think I did
14?
No, I didn't do 14. I think it was a 9-miler.
Oh.
I think I ran 9 miles, and we were going to go to his nephew's birthday party. I was starving, and I was thinking to myself, oh, I'm going to text Ryan and ask him to make me something because I'm going to be home in, like, I don't know. I had gotten my time down that I had a time of when I was like, I'll be home at, like, 10:20. But I was like, oh, we're going to go to a birthday party. Like, so I was mentally preparing myself to be starving until we went to this birthday party to go eat. So I was like, I'm going to take a shower. So while I'm running, I'm thinking about all the things I'm going to do instead of texting because I'm starving. So I get home and Ryan just wasn't feeling it. So he lets me know we're not going to go to the party. And I blew up, totally hangry. I was like, are you kidding me? I think I might have even cussed at him. I really wanted to throw something.
I
And
was just like, whoa.
I think I might have even started to cry. That's like how upset I was and hungry. I was like, I was going to text you and tell you to make me some, just put this in the oven. But then oh yeah, I totally cried. I totally
And I was
started
just like,
to cry.
well, just go get in the shower. I'll just make you some food right now. I don't see what the problem is.
And I did. And it helped. The shower helped. So yeah. A little advance warning is always good.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a lot of people out there, but when you have a plan to do something in a day and then you wake up in the morning, you're like, yeah, I really want to go do that. That's kind of what I was feeling that day. So
It would have been nice to know when I left for the run.
yeah,
That's all.
well,
That's
I was building up to it. When it got closer and closer, I was just, yeah, I'm not going.
In all fairness, it's fine. But at the time, I was not happy at all. So communication, regardless of what it is, gaming, running, eating.
Especially eating, guys out there. Don't let her get hungry. It's bad news for everyone involved.
Yeah. So this was the special guest that Rebekah was letting you know. My husband again, Ryan, the gamer. He's not the only gamer, just my gamer. And next week we will also have a special guest, co-host with Rebekah. And yeah, we hope that you continue to listen to us. Thank you for being here today. You can, what? Oh, I thought you were going to tell.
I was running back and forth.
I thought you were going to say something.
No.
Thought he was being cute and was like gonna whisper sweet nothings in my ear. Anyway, so you can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at imperfect with R and Z. And then our podcast is on Podbean, Spotify, and Apple.
You guys not on YouTube?
We are on YouTube. I wasn't done.
Oh, sorry.
And you can watch us on YouTube, all at Imperfect with Rebekah and Zandra. Leave a comment, like us. We actually have an email. You can send it to askus@imperfectwithrnz if you wanted to do that too. It's a pretty empty mailbox right now, so we would probably get back to you pretty quickly. But yes, thank you for listening, and tune in next time, please, and have a perfectly imperfect day.
Bye.
Bye.